Good day, bonjour, sani, bonani, como, kila, kila. Welcome to this place with me, dearly beloved. We are gathered here on this beautiful day, and as usual, I need to cheer myself up, and that's why I am here. I'm taking advantage of this situation where I can use you and your louche to cheer me up. I hope it works. I don't know if it will. Let's see. Da da do da day. Did it love it? I think we'll just stay with the cowboy. Yeah, for now. Mhm. Mhm. And then let's see. Can I make a nice background for us? Hey, there's someone here in the chat. Who's that? JD, my delicious. How are you doing, my good lady? Did you see your personal pool I made for you? Especially for you. Oh, I have to play that song now. Especially for you. We have to get to church. I've got the wrong. I'm always in the wrong. In the wrong. In the wrong. In the wrong thing. There we go. Hey, hey, hey. How you doing, MJD? Good to see you here. Hugs and kisses. Tribal kisses. Tribe, baby, tribe. I wasn't expecting anyone to be here so soon. I was going to show you some of the videos that I had last Sunday, of the Guy Fawkes. Do you want to see? No, not Guy Fawkes. It was the day of the light, the night of the day, the light of the day, the celebration of light, the Hindu celebration of light, and they've not seen it. I even sent it to you in your messenger. NJD, what's going on, babes? Babes. Check your messenger. I sent you the link, but now you can't. You can. While I'm going to show everyone else but not here. The movie that I made a week ago, and I didn't post them. I did. I made a video to you, and I even sent it on your messenger. But anyway, so this is the 20th of October, last week, and it was quite traumatic, very traumatic, darling. I didn't know what to do. The next day, I thought I had to take the dog to the vet. It was terrible. Luckily, I gave him a wash. I gave him some love, and he had a fever. The new dog, he had a fever, and he had man flu. Have you ever heard of man flu? Men, they get man flu. Let's see here now. Maybe I can do this for you. Will it work? I wonder. Just go back. This is 10 minutes long. Oh, it won't. Come on. Why won't you turn?
Happy Diwali.
Festival of Light. Come on. Oh, they're all playing games. It's going crazy.
They're all supposed to fucking shoot off their crackers at the same time. But they do it one by one every 5 minutes, and another fucking cracker goes off. It's ridiculous.
Little Indian arrows. Fighting. Oh, I want to see firecrackers. Come on. Firecrackers. Maybe they do it all tonight. Thank you. Oh. Fire against each other. Minimal ammunition tonight, that's for sure. No.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well,
Again. Why didn't I just stay there? Nothing. No problem. Like gunshots. Terrible. Oh, come on, you motherfucker. Was that the last one? No, this one.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's happening? Is it Christmas? Is it Halloween? No! It's Mariah Carey! Where's Phil? What? It won't let me. Put a light on. Why won't it let me put a light on? Okay. Where is he? Boy? Boy? Close to the room. Thor! Come here! There you go. It's all with you. Okay. You left us. Will you just stop it? Stop it. Stop it.
Well, the next day, Paul was very sick. He was not happy. He thought I left him. I need to do something quickly on the live. I forgot that I have commercials, what do you call it, adverts on my live. This is going now. Is it going to help me? It's not going to help me, is it? I don't have the computer to do that. Oh, Lord have mercy. Come on. Maybe I can do it like this. Yeah. Like this. And then like this. And then like this. And
go to the live content. Is it live? No, it's not showing live now. No, it's not showing. Is it bring through? What is it? Oh, Lord of mercy. Sorry, I can't take the fucking adverts. Can I do it there? No. Content, dashboard. Okay. Yeah, on this beautiful day, my dear, I want to thank you for joining me. And everyone is welcome in this shade. I don't want to be boring, but it is a Sunday, so I thought maybe we do some church to cheer me up. Yeah, but it's not a very happy day for me. And if you're not interested, that's also okay. You can put something in the comments and tell me what you want to do today. Maybe you wanted to come up on panel and give me an ear bashing. But I opened the pages of the good book of the Holy Bible to Isaiah 56, and its heading is The Salvation for Others. This is what the Lord says. And it's funny how I wanted to say this earlier. I learned this today, that when we say Lord, there is a conflict with the words God, Lord, leader, king. We use these words frivolously, and in actual fact, we really should be using the words Yea or Yah for the name of God, not Lord. Yeah? Yah. Like I say yes, that's how you say Yah. That you say Con Yah, West Yah. Okay. Verse 1. Maintain justice and do what is right. For any salvation is close at hand, and my righteousness will soon be revealed. Blessed is the man who does this, the man who holds it fast, who keeps the Sabbath without desecrating it, and keeps his hands from doing any evil. Verse 3. Let no foreigner who has bound himself to the Lord say, Lord will surely exclude me from his people. And let not any eunuch, transvestite, trans person. And why did I choose this scripture? And let not any eunuch complain. Yeah, did you hear that? Let no trans person complain. It's in the Bible. It's written here, right here. Do not complain, saying, I am only a dry tree. Are you a dry tree? Verse 4. For this is what the Lord says to the eunuch, to trans people, the LGBT trans, LGBT trans. Yes, yes, bro. You put your hand in your hand. To the eunuch who keep my Sabbath, who choose what pleases me, and holds fast to my covenant, to them I will give within my temple and its walls a memorial and a name better than my sons and daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that will not be cut off. And foreigners who bind themselves to the Lord and serve him, to love the name of the Lord and to worship him. All who keep the Sabbath without desecrating it, and who hold fast to my covenant, these I will bring to my holy mountain and give them joy in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and sacrifices will be accepted on my altar, for my house will be called a house of prayer for all nations. The sovereign Lord declares, he who gathers and exiles the exiles of Israel, I will gather still others to them, besides those already gathered. God's accusation against the wicked. Verse 9. Come, all you beasts of the field, come and devour all you beasts of the forest. Israel's watchmen are blind. They all lack knowledge. They are all mute dogs and cannot bark. They lie around. They lie around and dream. They love to sleep. They are dogs with mighty appetite. They never have enough. They are shepherds who lack understanding. They all turn to their own ways. Each seeks his own gain. Come, each one cries, let me get wine. Let us drink our fill of beer. And tomorrow will be like today, or even far better. What the strangest chapter I've ever read in my life from the Bible. Should I continue? Verse 57, the righteous perish and no one ponders. It is his heart. Devout are taken away, and no one understands that the righteous are taken away, to be spared from evil. Those who walk uprightly enter into peace. They find rest as they lie in death. But you, come here, you sons of a sorceress, you offspring of adulterers and prostitutes. Whom are you mocking? At whom do you sneer, a stick out your tongue? Are you not a brood of rebels, the offspring of liars? You burn with lust among the oaks and under every spreading tree. You sacrifice your children in the ravines and under the overhanging crags. The idols among the smooth stones of the ravines are your portion. They are your lot. Yes, to them you have poured out drink offerings and offered grain offerings. In the light of these things, should I relent? You have made your bed on a high and lofty hill. You went up to offer your sacrifices. Behind your doors and your doorposts, you have put your pagan symbols. Forsaking me, you uncovered your bed, you climbed into it and opened it wide, and you made a pact with those whose beds you love. And you looked on their nakedness. I went to Molech, the olive oil, and with olive oil, and increased your perfumes. You sent your ambassadors far away. You descended to the grave itself. You were wearied by all your ways, but you would not say, it is hopeless. You found renewal in your strength, and so you did not faint. Whom have you so dreaded and feared that you have been false to me, and have neither remembered me, nor pondered this in your hearts? It is not because I have long been silent and you do not fear me. I will expose your righteousness and your works, and they will not benefit you. When you cry out for help, let your collection of idols save you. The wind will carry all of them off, and a mere breath will blow them away. But the man who makes me his refuge will inherit the land and possess my holy mountain. Comfort for the contrite. And it will be said, build up, prepare the road, remove the obstacles out of the way of my people, for this is what the high and lofty one says. He who lives forever, whose name is holy, I live in a high and holy place, but also with him who is contrite and lowly in spirit, to revive the spirit of the lowly and to revive the heart of the contrite. I will not accuse forever, nor will I always be angry. For then the spirit of man would grow faint before me. The breath of man that I have created, I was enraged by his sinful greed. I punished him and hid my face in anger. Yet he kept on in his willful ways. I have seen his ways, but I will heal him, and I will guide him, and restore comfort to him, creating praise on the lips of the mourners in Israel. Peace, peace to those fear and far and near, says the Lord, and I will heal them. But the wicked are like the tossing sea, which cannot rest, whose wave casts up mire and mud. There is no peace, says my God, for the wicked. Wow, this is fucking hectic. Fucking wish. I fucking wish. What do you mean, baby? Good afternoon. What is the time there? I think you all shifted time zones, didn't you? Yes? Am I wrong? Am I right? I think it's you. It's like, what is the time there now? It's 6 a.m. in New York, or not? Am I wrong? What's the time there in Judy? I bet you're not here. She was bored without. Yes, I think so. Let me quickly do this. one moment. It's 9 a.m., it's not 6 a.m. So definitely the clock's turned back. Or is it turning back today? No, last Sunday. Last Sunday, I gave you my heart, and the very next day, you gave it away. This Sunday, I'm dreaming of someone special. What you going to paint, MJD? What you going to paint? Interesting. November 2, what does that mean? What do you mean, November 2? You're going to paint your wall. Wow. Cool. How's the weather there? Is it raining or not? You already started painting, so you're having your first coffee break. Yeah? Sweet. Oh, the 1st of November. But no, my time, maybe it's in England that the times went back, because this iPad says it's 1:30 p.m. when in actual fact it's 3:30 p.m. and it's usually 1 hour behind. Okay, I understand. You started long ago. Oh God, no. It's one of those. You're not going to do it. I know you're not going to do it. So tell me what's news on the street. MJD, don't you want to come up and keep us company? Nobody else knows I'm here. So it's just you and me. Did you watch your... It's a very nice pool, actually. I'm lucky. You know, I don't like to do personalized tarot pools because of the bad, sad card. But it was a very nice pool, I think so. I can't believe I've gone so long with all the doors wide open, because it's quite, it's very hot here. What's the weather like there? Is it raining? Yeah. There's no news, not yet. No new news, no, not at all. So it's 9 a.m. I need to get a coffee on the go. So nothing from Martin, nothing from Toshi, nothing from Sierra, nothing from the actress, nothing from Sippy. I did see Sippy. I'm sure you saw Sippy. She's still talking about, and you know what? She ended off saying about judgment. It is true. It's true, and you know you've got to take ownership of that, MJD, yourself. The way you judge something is how it becomes. We create our reality through our judgments. Do you know what I mean? Was Sierra on yesterday? And PCT. Oh, okay, that's cool. It says freaking freezing, huh? 41 degrees. Frackanized. Frickanized. Freaking hate. What did I do? No, I'm not saying you did anything. I'm saying when you judge, you create your very own reality. I'm not saying you judge. This is just a lesson for us all to learn from Mr. Bitalka, that when we judge, we create our very own reality. And our reality is created by our own judgment. So if we judge harshly, our reality will become harsh. Don't you see? Well, I wish I could. I wish I had a laptop to unblock. What's her face? You know what? Let me put it in anyway. What's your face? You can come up if you want to. Dot, you're welcome. I can't unblock you yet, but you can come up if you feel like coming up, giving me a ear bashing if you feel like it. I try not to, but it is human. It is human to irk. and be erred. While you put the kettle on, we'll all have tea. No, I was feeling depressed, a little bit depressed earlier. So, you don't want to bring the depression over onto the streets, but that's what generally we do. So I wanted to change and alchemize this feeling, and I already did by reading some scripture from the Bible, and I even recorded it. And isn't it so interesting how God forgives the trans people if they love his rituals? That's what it says. The Lord's Day. I suppose I'm getting a bit. Oh la la! Wow! Yes. And in the pool. Oh. I've got stolen Christmas cake there. Delicious. Very nice. Happy Halloween. Did you have a Halloween party? This thing's not working. Anyway, just a short live maybe. If nobody wants to come and join me. It's just the time of day. Yeah. I should be resting and have an afternoon nap. You know? Let me show you. Stolen. It's a German bread. It's a loaf. It's sliced. It's like a raisin Christmas bread. And there's a piece of apple there. Delicious. Don't you think? No, it's called Stolen. Let me type it quickly. And you can Google it. I just spell it. Let me quickly ask my dad how you spell it. Stolen. This is how you spell it. S-T-O-L-L-E-N. Stolen. Let's Google it. Yeah, it's like more like a fine powder. It's not sweet, really. It should be icing sugar, really. Stolen. No, it's not a movie. It's Stolen Loaf. Stolen Loaf. Oh. It's a German Christmas bread. Yeah? Divine. Yeah. Yes. It's tea time. It's 33 and a third p.m. It actually is sweet. It is sweet. Oh, it's not the sweetest, but it is sweet. Okay. Good. Good to know. So, that was our church service for the day. I'm happy to say that God still loves the trans people. So long as they love Him, then they are forgiven. And if they worship Him on the Sabbath, then they will be exalted among His sons and daughters. I have you say that. Can you believe that? I never knew that. I never knew that scripture existed at all. So let's all join hands and pray for the trans people and the mixed people and the black people and the white people and all the people in between, the fairy people and the trans people. Lift them up with love and say that you are okay and you are brilliant today and you are loved. So there we go. You don't need more than that to know that it doesn't matter who you are, or what you've done, or what you think you are beautiful and loved and exalted above high among all the sons and daughters of God. And the Lord, too, is like me, too. I was thinking of a joke, but it's a bit rude, so I don't think we're going to do that today, because it is Sabbath, you know. But anyway, maybe what I should do is, should I or shouldn't I? I don't know. Please give me a thumbs up before you go. All these ads are terrible. Terrible ads. I must change it. I must change the ads, baby. Mm-hmm. Too many ads. I don't deserve all those ads. Come on. All humans are humans. That is nowhere. It's true. What are we going to do? I don't know. Should we do that? Oh, that's old. 3 years old. You want to watch oldies?
going to get me in trouble. Big trouble. Do I want to get into trouble? I do, maybe. The man in the hat is a piss cat, tweaked, dirty. It is all about the stuff. Introducing you to the new truth. Team Rose and who? All the Palazzo Hotel. Here I have something to say. Let's see what I have to say here. Let's see. Oh,
I'm at my I'm at a public place, the hotel. It's called Casino, and the hotel is a palazzo. There's a few windows open, so I hope I'll listen in. I came for a margarita. Frozen, not today. I don't know why people are so touchy when it comes to not living the norm and questioning the narrative. Fine, we're all learned from the Bible. I mean, everything we know comes from it. It was the first book written for us. From our forefathers, our ancestors. Yes, it was also a political book, educational book. Nostradamus said at the beginning of the century that climate change is the biggest problem we have. You can imagine, not beginning of the century, last end of 1800. You can imagine how the pollution was. There was sewers in the street, flies everywhere, famine, plague, and pandemic. But we've come a long way from there. In 1936, Louis Pasteur found penicillin. Yes, am I right? Am I wrong? My ex-partner's wife, mother gave birth to him. He was the last born, very last born, 20 years after his brother. His birth killed his mother because there wasn't penicillin. That's why there's a patriarchy, because women would die giving birth. That's why men got married to women back young, so that the women would be protected from other men. Life is different now. To continue judging in your little reality, using a book, and you're not even using the scripture or the text. You're using a translation from somebody else's opinion, putting the story together, making it more clearly for you to understand. But that's called programming as well. You never went and studied it yourself. So, what am I saying? With Ghislaine and Jouffre, to say that it's not satanic ritual is also wrong. They may not have had pentagram, but they sure did have and do have evidence and videos. The house, the townhouse that Epstein owned in New York, it even had 1 meter perimeter around the building. It's a 6-story building. That the outside pavement has defrosted, just so that there wouldn't be ice in winter. The pavement. There were cameras in everywhere. 6 stories. It used to Spain is taking the fall for people much higher than Prince Andrew. That's the problem with the whole situation. I had a whole story made out, and I can't remember what it was. I'm not even talking about what I wanted to talk about. This margarita does not want to melt. So now, let's put you on pause, and we'll think clearly now. Whereas I remember now. You see, what the irony of my weekend, my 1st of July, was rabbit. I learned from David Palmer, the Leo King. He is a celebrity astrologer in Los Angeles. And every first of the month, the first thing words that must come out of your mind is rabbit. For good luck. You know, it's like a rabbit foot, good luck type of thing. I don't know if you know the rabbit foot. In my day, I think it was the end of the day, people would have the real rabbit's paw on their kiwi. It meant something. Now I know what it means. And so I outed myself. But I saved a rabbit. When I went down a rabbit hole, everybody's happy with me. I was in the wrong side of town. And I was confronted with street people with a box, with a rabbit in it. They needed money, obviously, for drugs, whatever. Pay the rent the 1st of the month. But I wasn't going to. I said, okay, fine, I'll give you $100. Now I had a rabbit, so I was going to put it away in the park, by a river somewhere. I mean, if I found a rabbit, they wouldn't tell me where they found the rabbit. Anyway, I had other people. Because they asked me to come and help this rabbit. I took the rabbit home, made it food. And then I've got some friends that they fight for animals, they fight for dogs. Because there's a lot of dog fights, a lot of illegitimate business when it comes to animals and their safety. I'm very cold-hearted with other people's animals. My animals are most important. You have to be cold-hearted. Vets are extremely cold-hearted because they have to deal with death all the time, injury and pain. So my friend Velda, precious woman, she was my mother's framer. She was also my neighbor. When I had my shop, she was my neighbor. She knows people. I put word out. I have this rabbit. I have to save it. What do I do? But I kept it away from my dogs. I didn't know what if it's got. I never touched it. But I put it in the back of the trailer. Well, I got a contact through this volunteer for the bunny people who rescue bunnies. I gave them a compliment, a review on Google Maps because they helped. They actually amputated the leg of the bunny because it was already. So I'm trying to work this out. Nobody's explaining it to me, but I'm trying to work this out. This bunny must have been tied up on the leg. And when this very lovely lady, I forgot your name, she showed me the route. I was blown away. I had to sit down. You know, it is a real world out there. And there's a lot of people that are thinking, I'm too real. But like I said, the reality is only what you think it is. Tomorrow it's gone. People forget. Talking about moral and dignity. One shouldn't. Because you never know which situation you find yourself in. I live a completely different life to other people, and I decided this at the age of 40. Say, well, what the hell of it? This is all I know, really. I can work with a job maybe as a waiter at this place, if I'm lucky, because I'm white. What's going backwards? Are you going backwards? This is a new century. It's already 22 years into a whole new world. Are you going to be stuck behind? I wish I could turn the camera around on the cheap phone, Huawei. But there's the perfect ratio. All the windows in the building should have the perfect ratio. It's 1.5. So you get a window. The lens is 1.5 ratio longer than the width. And was it not Fibonacci? For us, Michelangelo, but that's what they decided. Not a million, 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Da Vinci. What they're realizing now that our science and our theories in mathematics box us in to not see the bigger picture. You get the Hadron Collider. There's many of them around the world. And many scientists are realizing that it's not about the antimatter. There is plasma. Plasma that is concentrated in certain places at certain times more than other places. And you can only find these through mathematics and sound to get the visualization. Everything is theory, but if you keep yourself in those terms, locked into those terms, you'll never see the bigger picture. I don't see it. But I think that because I reject a lot of, I'm not interested in that at all. It's easy to explain it with archaeology. They just found another old skeleton just up the road here, back in King. I bet you they found it a long time ago, but they're only releasing the information now. It's the same with the UFOs. They only release the information when they want to. The diamond, De Beers owns all the diamonds in the world. South Africa and Russia compete. But they won't tell us how many diamonds they have, because they can only release so many, because otherwise the price will go down. If there's just diamonds for Africa, which there is, they wouldn't have their value. The same with oil. Although I'm driving around now, I'm glad that the petrol price is so high, because everybody's driving very slowly. There's less accidents. There's more than enough oil, but they only release so much as they feel necessary, because they want to make money out of it. Not because there isn't enough oil. We have enough electricity in this country that the staff that are running a huge organization working for it are sabotaging the whole system. Because they know if they don't do it now, they won't get the increases in wages. So the public and business and the economy suffer. Because there is definitely marinated privilege in this country. In every capitalist. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. The poor make more babies. They can't afford it. If you're going to argue with me, tell me that I am judging you on your beliefs. Never. Never in a million years. I believe in balance. Not an open mind. A teachable mind. Open mind, everything falls through. I told Sippy that long time ago. I don't believe in that. I really hope this long video is going to have sound. I haven't tested it. The ladies that helped me with this rabbit bunny, it's a young male bunny, very, very feisty. Imagine you're a bunny and you lose your leg. Suppose I could have lost my leg. It's all like the Truman Show for me. And everybody expects me to fail. Now I'm getting drunk. So I'll say good adieu to you. This is back to the Palazzo Hotel. I forgot. Well, no, I never forgot. I walked out with one of their hangers. But usually you can't take the hanger off. But I was in a rush. Because I had to rush to see a patient back at home. But my room wasn't clear. And then...
God, Lord of mercy, why do I have to put you through this? Oh, Lord have mercy. Where's something funny?
This music you're listening to now is of dark carnal magic from pagan witches from on YouTube. And then I will introduce you to angels. Also on YouTube.
Okay. I was watching that.
The music you're listening to now why?
It's always so serious.
Because he was a she before.
Terry, I'm not sure if that's mocking. Is it mocking or what he, a part of the Trump party, part of the Orange Man, the Orange Man politics, okay? Who knows? But it's interesting to see how the media plays it out, how people talk about it on YouTube, how, what we say on YouTube might actually get the safety careful what to talk about. I chose the Jim Caviezel playing Jesus Christ in the Picture Picture for a reason. But it's kind of interesting that we have all these different actors that represent what we think Jesus is in our head. We have these art depictions, like, oh no, there's the white Jesus. But you know what? I don't blame people for being offended by the white Jesus. If you're told that this deity, the white man, is your savior, so I can see how some people that would actually really make them mad. But who's doing that? Who did that? Who made him white? Right? go,
Oh, my
like honey, grab the
darling.
beer Romeos and tell me if the
Thank you.
guacamole ready or not.
I'm good, my love.
That's my
Why don't you
I
come up?
share it on my Facebook page. I
Join
shared it
me.
with a couple of friends privately. I go, oh crap. You know, I didn't want to call my mom back up on the phone. Guess what? Guess what happened? Because it's a downer. The whole thing. I mean, and again, you know, my heart goes out to the people who've been killed. You know, like, wow, what is happening right now? What is going on? And then just see the way it's reported. I'm going to show you the New York Post. Okay. Let me grab it really quick. And there's a few rap songs by this guy too that I thought was interesting that I wanted to share with you.
Sorry for the ad. I have to take the ads away. Sorry.
Good morning.
That's right.
I'm Lionel Royale.
Wow. Pandora, what you doing here?
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching.
What is going on with Jimmy Jam's Golly business? And a video from another, I actually aired it on my channel, and it is from another channel called Cinema Shogun. And what is really shocking about, that I found out about James Williams, or Jimmy Williams, is his real name, is that his brother is actually, has been, is a sex offender. He has molested a minor, and he actually lives with him. And I think, to my understanding from this other YouTuber channel, Cinema Shogun, and I find it really shocking to hear this about him. And I think he did assault another woman out there while they were protesting, quick assignment. So I'm gonna kind of bring it back a little bit. He's gonna go in talking about it some, and I'm gonna start it somewhere around here. I think. Let me share the screen here. So and then.
But we have never talked at that point. And over the coming days, as this country rapper was forming this conspiracy about Hickman Mill, these other YouTube creators, many of them were standing outside with us on Finding House at the sea. They all hopped on the hate train. And it seems like within the true crime community, there was everyone was all talking on Hickman Mill. And that did not
Lionel.
Hello, darling.
Now, at the time, I didn't.
How are you?
I'm good, darling. I was just trying to work out why I have no picture on my thumbnail, but I didn't work it out. I just popped in. I was trying to. Huh?
I can give you a picture. No, I can't.
No, I don't know why it hasn't come up, Lionel.
Your name. Okay.
Yeah, but I was just trying to gauge because I literally just popped into what the live was about, so I could talk to you about it. But I didn't get enough time to gauge what the live was about.
No, it's just gathering. We go as it goes. I just felt depressed, and I didn't want. I needed to change. I needed to alchemize my depression into happiness, and I did that already. I'm feeling much better now.
Well, that's good, Lionel. How are you keeping?
Good. Sometimes when we get depressed, then we don't realize all the good things there are around us, and there is still love and people that love us, and we need to be appreciative of that and not just feel so. It's selfish being depressed, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, look, we all go through times in life. Life's hard, Lionel, right? We all go through life where we unintentionally, and you're right, it's selfish, but we unintentionally fall into a hole, right? Where we find it hard to climb out of. What I've learned just recently, Lionel, is that when you hide in certain spaces and you don't confront real life, then that's when you're likely to fall down a hole. So for me personally, I had to step away from my hiding place and get on with real life. And now that I have, and I'm comfortable and I'm happy, I'm in a much better place.
Wow, yeah, now you can project that. Now, are you going to start it in the next week or two?
We're starting back in November. I was thinking maybe Thanksgiving, but I've got to double check in my rota because I'm working quite a lot, and I won't be able to dedicate as much time to YouTube as I used to. So I just need to work out my rota so I can do the lives, but it will be in a different time slot from before. So I'll be hitting America at about noonish, 1:00.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Their time.
Sorry, daytime. Yeah.
Their time. Okay. So that will be your 8 p.m.
Yeah, it'll be my evening.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah. So I don't know what time that'll be in
Or
South
maybe
Africa.
later. Maybe even later. You know, the clocks. What's the time there? What is the time there now?
Oh,
Mel?
here currently, it's 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Here, it's 4 p.m. So you put your clocks back already.
Yeah, we put them back this morning.
This morning, I noticed
Uh-huh.
it. Excuse me. MJD says it only happens in America on, I think, the 4th or the 5th, or the 2nd or the 3rd, the first few days of November. Then they put their clocks back.
Yeah, I think there was a small difference, like when they put their clocks back to when we do in the UK.
I always thought
like
it was
yeah.
you guys did it at the same time. I always thought you know they do it for purpose for these day traders to make money off the fucking stock exchange. They're fucking bullshitters. They ruin our lives.
It says November the 2nd. What does Mary Jane do? It says November the 2nd.
When their clocks go back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So now that I'm in a comfy place and I've sorted my shit out, I can return back to YouTube. I want to do kind of like me personally. I'll only be doing like 2 lives a week, but the team have the platform to do their own lives on the platform too.
Say that again.
The team,
What?
so there'll be my co-host Wiccan, and whoever wants to join her will be using the platform to do their own lives too. They've already, discussed them.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, because I can't commit.
Dusty used to do with and like your tribe, like Mel, not Mel,
Wiccan.
yes, but what at the moment that I've noticed on Resto and Marathon Kev and Blind, they've been using each other's channel. Have you seen that?
No, darling, no, I haven't seen that. I do pop into Kev's.
So Blind went live on Kev's channel.
Yeah, I think I popped in actually. I think I did pop in that time. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's his name? The guy that gave you the award, Gabriel, as well. He also did
Gabriel
that.
NPC. Yeah.
That's what you're talking about. Are you
Well,
doing it like that?
I didn't
Or is it
realize
a
that they
little
were
bit
all.
different?
I didn't realize they were all doing it like that. But it's only because I would like this show to do like a 4 times a week feature. I can't commit 4 times a week. I can only commit twice a week. So Wiccan will be leading her own panels with the team.
Excellent. So at least the channel keeps on going. Yeah.
Right, just so because I want to, because at the end of the day, when people follow, full well, when people follow a channel, they do want to see regular content, and I don't think twice a week is quite enough. So Wiccan will be taking over the other twice a week, and they can do their own thing. But I've got loads of new features coming, which is going to be, I'm really looking forward to.
Nice. So you had a good relax, you had a good chill, you had lots of time to think about things. Hey Peggy, how you doing?
Oh, Peggy's in chat. Hi, Peggy.
And
No,
so
I mean, I didn't. It wasn't chilled. Trust me, Lionel. None of it was chilled. But it was just,
okay.
when you think, right, I've got to step away and I've got to deal with A, B, C, and D, and that's what I did. And I'm in a comfortable place now.
If all of us could take that to heart. It's important. You know, real life and breathing is much more important than streaming.
Agreed. Agreed. And I think it's quite easy, Lionel. Don't you think it's quite easy to kind of fall into a habit of going live and, you know,
Well,
in
that's what I
respect?
was exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're doing it. I'm doing it for them. Meantime, you're doing it for your own weird, twisted idea that you think you need to do it. Meantime, you really don't need to do it.
Right. I kind of think that you kind of
All you
feel
need
that
to
you are.
do is shit and sleep and piss and eat and drink. That's all you really need to do. You don't have to stream.
Right. But you kind of fall into a habit, Lionel, of wanting to, you do it for your subs, right? You think, okay, so that's what I used to do it for. I used to do it for my subs. And I even went up to I was streaming 6 nights a week. And yeah, that's just, unless you're using YouTube as a salary, you know, and you're earning money, which is obviously, you know, you do it to earn money, that's fine. But when you're doing it just for a hobby, yeah, I took it too far. It was a hobby that I was just doing too much of.
Yeah, I agree. I also me too. I mean, I had to look back. I needed to do my lives last year. You know, it's been a year now that I've been monetized, and I needed to do that. But now I don't need to do it anymore because I've got monetized. Um, I'm not making a salary. You know, it's not even paying for what I can't even the small amount of things that I can buy with it, it goes within 3 days. That's the amount of little money that I make. Um, and to be manipulated and twisted by your subscribers or misunderstanding and causing more turmoil, it's rather better to just step aside. It's like, let me leave it. Maybe if
That's what I did. I stepped aside and let me leave this
okay,
mess.
if a woman is telling me, you're threatening me and my life is in danger and I'm getting this in emails, then I need to stop what I'm doing. Yeah? Whether I'm right or I'm wrong, I need to stop. And I had to stop. I was like, no, maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe this is not a game anymore. Maybe somebody is feeling, you know, they're being trolled, as they say, trolled. Uh, I'm not going to be the reason that somebody else wants to do something dangerous in their life. You know what I mean? Or rather, just pull away. I don't need
Lionel,
to
I
be
think your heart is you've got a big heart, darling, and
maybe
I
I'm
think
too soft. No, I should have gone
yeah.
full balls to the middle, and slapped everybody 10 times for them to catch a wake up. But no, it's not worth it. If you're not making any money, then what's the point? You're just wasting time. You're getting stressed, and you're making people stressed. We Gemini's like that. We can flip the coin.
Right, and it's no big deal, right? It's no big deal. It wasn't, you know, me stepping away from YouTube wasn't the end of the world. It didn't affect my life, you know. And I did, you know, it made me realize that YouTube is not important. Real life's important. YouTube is a hobby. YouTube is what we do
Yes.
when we've got some spare time.
You don't change your life for YouTube. That's right. That's right.
Well, I was just spending way too much time on YouTube, way too much. And I'm glad that I was able to sort of, you know, say to myself, Mel, check out, you know, check yourself out. You need to check out.
Yeah.
You-
Yeah.
yeah,
No, you're not going to listen to anyone else but yourself.
right. Right.
You're your own
And
boss.
I've been doing my shorts to, you know, keep the channel
Yeah.
track going. And you know, I had one of my shorts went viral, so I've, you know, my sub count's
Brilliant.
gone up. Yeah, well, actually, do you know what? You know how you normally ad money is pennies. You get like 0.02p or something like that. Well, it's unbelievable how much a short can earn you when it hits 5 million views. You know, like the pennies add up.
Did you hit 5 million?
Yeah,
Wow.
5 million views so far.
So that's like double pensioner's income, really.
Well,
Well done.
it did really well, and it bought me a washing machine. So thank you. Ad revenue.
Wow! And for what, 17 seconds? Fantastic.
It was a like a 10-second short. Yeah.
It was funny. Was funny.
It-
And you know,
it-
with the shorter shorts, sometimes you need to watch it twice. And YouTube gave that allowance that if somebody watches your short once or twice or three times, they will give you that extra view. You know, in the past, then if the same channel watched that same video over and over again, it wouldn't be counted. Now it gets counted. So that also helps.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. And
I
thank you,
think
Mary
with the
Jane.
shorter video, because you have to, sometimes it's too fast. You know, 10 seconds, too fast. Let me look at that again.
Well, no, it was just a really
And to get
cute.
people, I mean,
Yeah.
5 million views. How many likes did you get? How many likes?
I have no idea. I'm going to have to go and look at my stats, but I know that there's thousands of comments on it. Yeah, no, all it is, it's a really cute little video of a cat eating corn, and I've put like a little meme on top. Yeah. And so, yeah, well, no, like I said, about a month or so ago, I thought, well, we're coming back. Let me try and get some track going on the channel, because obviously it'd been dead in the water for, what is it now, 7-8 months. So I thought, let me start doing some shorts. Let me get the channel back out there. And like I said, I just got lucky with the short and it went viral, and I've gained almost 2,000 extra subs. And so, you know, it's just helping the channel get back into an algorithm. I mean, I'm in a weird algorithm, but it doesn't matter. I'm in a cat and dog algorithm at the moment, but we can change that. You know, it's no big deal. Once the lives go back, we can change.
You had a few good, but when you go political, you must be careful, darling. I see you going political here.
What do you mean?
You get some good views. Wow, hey? Shoo-wee.
Yeah, no, I had a couple that went, I don't know, 30,000, 20,000.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a few of
1,000
those.
is good. It's like 39,000, 2,000, 24,000. Members only. Oh, yeah. Members only. Where is that video now with the cat? You did it
You'll
quite a while
see
ago.
it's a month ago. So it's a cat eating corn.
But what is the cover again?
A cat eating corn, you'll see it.
But that's why I thought I would have seen it already.
It hit 5 million on my YouTube studio just this morning. So it might not show up on the actual YouTube. Hang on. It'll be a cat in corn and you'll see it. Hang on, I'm just trying to look at your
What
your
number
thing.
from the last one that you did?
There it is. You just missed
Because
it. The cat. No, that's the lollipop. No, that's the lollipop.
That was the. So that's
Yeah, that's the lollipop. Go down a little bit. Go down. There it is. The cat next to Pandora. The cat eating corn.
Oh, there it is. 5 million views. Wow. 66,000 likes. It's really funny. Well done. I mean, you never know, right?
You never really know. Listen, I've been trying to work out the algorithm, and it's still a mystery, Lionel. I've been trying to do a little bit of studying to try and understand the algorithm and how YouTube works, and it's like mind blowing. It really is. It's like, huh? But it is. It's luck. It's just luck, basically.
Yeah, you know, that's why I remember when we spoke about it, I asked you, what time did you post it? And you said it was 7 p.m. your time,
Yeah,
which
I've been
generally I've
experimenting.
also seen.
Yeah, I've been
It's good
experimenting with
between,
times, right? So some times
yeah,
don't really work. And you'll see that the ones that have lower views is because I've experimented in posting at different times. So I've worked out that my ideal time of posting shorts is between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. UK time.
yes, yes. But what I also found terrible, just as a South African YouTuber, because it's different on our algorithm. Even though I've got a lot of American viewers, only when they hook on, which is when they wake up in the morning or when they go online at night, type of thing, that I will get my boost from America. But sometimes, if I do upload in the morning, then 24 hours later, it will have had 1,000 views from South Africa to Saudi Arabia to the United Kingdom to Europe and to America, and then of course Australia as well. You never know, but what I was wanted to say is, if you get a good one, yeah, you load a good one and it's getting those hits. I've realized, from my experiences, don't upload another one.
No, you've
Wait
got to
until
give
it's
it a
over.
little bit of time. Yeah.
You gotta wait until it's over. Otherwise, if your next one is better, it's not gonna get those views
Right.
because it's not in the algorithm. You have to wait. Give it a week even.
Well, yeah, I kind of
Before,
learned that. I was doing, I went from, like I said, when you do a bit of studying and you learn how YouTube pushes is short, I went from doing four, 5 a night to 1 a night to now I'll do about 3, max 4 a week.
yes, yes, you can't be greedy.
Mm. No, you
Otherwise,
can't,
they don't
Lionel,
get
you
the
can't.
views.
But
And
Lionel,
it's
to be
not
fair, I've always thought,
being
to be
greedy.
fair,
It's being, yeah.
No, I was going to say, I always thought that you would do really well if you did live tarot reads, just because I remember when you came on my panel, when you did live tarot reads, how successful that was. I think you would do good by doing live tarot reads.
You know what, Mel? Thank you so much. It was so strange for since I've been able to go live and ask for money. I can get super chat. I never thought my tarot was good enough for that, and I did it when Friday evening, our Friday evening, America's Friday day, and I had some British people there. I got tips. I got super chatted for
Well,
doing
that's good.
live tarot pools. So yes, I need to just go live. If I want to make money, I must go live with the tarot, not with the fucking bullshit gossip on the street.
Right. I mean, you can always check
Yeah.
out other, like more, the really successful live tarot readers and see how they do theirs and, work your way around how they do theirs, like the structure of it and how it's done. I think you would, you'd be very successful, Lionel, just because
Yeah.
you're a very good tarot card reader. And I think
Tell
that
me,
your
I've got
talent
another
is
question
wasted.
for you. Did you ever pay YouTube to boost your channel?
No, 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 no. I didn't want to do that because it does, when you boost something, it does say you boost. It will say on the side. I didn't want to do that because you know what it's like. You're always going to get the haters going, see, she has to pay money to be. I didn't want that. I thought, no, no, yeah. I
Yeah.
just thought if they do shit, they do shit. If they do well, they do well. At least nobody can say, see, she has to pay. She has to pay to get them boosted. Nah, no, I'm not. I won't do it out of principle.
I don't know. I saw this other guy, young guy, he's American. He just started. He's called Paddy the Magician. He had like 300 subscribers. I subbed to new young people trying on tarot, and now today, 2 months later, he has 6,000 subscribers.
Oh, well, I guess maybe there is an advantage to doing that.
It
Yeah,
only works that way if the algorithm works, and I do think maybe I need to invest in. I'm not going to boost my channel with these other. I mean, I'm sure, just like you, I have received emails from people who want to be they call themselves YouTube managers.
right,
You need a YouTube manager, and I can help you, direct you, and obviously you got to pay them. It's like it's fucking a grifter. It's a grifter,
right.
and I know that there's no guarantee in that. So what if I pay them or if I pay YouTube? Because I've seen it, like the tarot, you can boost it, you can promote it through YouTube. You pay YouTube to promote it through the world, and today YouTube actually auto dubs. So if in
Yes,
France
yes, 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 yes,
somebody
they
will
have.
hear it in my French language, it's quite incredible. So
Well,
I think I'm considering that. So if you ever see me grow like an extra 2,000, it's because I'm paying YouTube. I'm not paying these other people I'm not looking for, I don't want more fucking haters or trolls. I don't want to pay for trolls.
Lionel,
Because that
we're on
comes with
YouTube. We're on YouTube. We're not going to ever avoid trolls. As simple as that. There's no space on YouTube that hasn't got trolls. Even fucking children's content has got trolls.
Wow.
It's inevitable, unfortunately. It comes with the territory. So whenever people say to me, "Oh, Mel, the bigger you grow, the bigger the hate, the bigger the trolls," and I was like, "Really?" And then I realized that, yeah, that's the case. You don't think that huge content creators
today your
have got
friend, tomorrow your troll.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I was following. I don't know if you know about. Do you know Pearly Things? Pearl. She's a massive content creator.
I've heard, but I don't know her.
Yeah. Well, her story was very similar to mine, but on a much bigger scale. So she's huge, right? She's enormous. So she had her community went against her, turned against her. They did, and they gave her a really fucking hard time. But she still came out of it doing really, really well. So even massive YouTube creators have the same problems that us smaller creators have. But on a larger scale.
I've been watching that with these people with the million subscribers. They go through hell. I've seen it, and then you get online relationships. I just saw. I don't know. Simiru. She's another woman. She does her face and makeup like a geisha girl, like a Japanese geisha girl, but she's huge on YouTube and Twitch. And she was just explaining now on Osmond Gold how she went through this relationship woes and with a fellow YouTuber, and this guy became a nutcase where they never went live together at the same time, but all of a sudden they started going live together, and he went into suicide mode, self-deletion mode, because she was getting more views than he was getting. And like a total mad place where you can get when it's not even the money anymore. You're chasing the views. You're chasing the subscriber counts. I don't know. It's scary. You want to have a balance in your life, I think. You do want to make money, but when people's lives get affected, then you don't want to affect people's lives in the bad way. You don't want to give them.
Well, Lionel, when you get to the point where you get like that because you're chasing whatever it might be, subs, likes, views, money, that is a definite, you need to step the fuck back. Because if you're allowing it to affect you like that, it's an addiction gone bad. Really fucking bad.
It's like it's as bad as these people with the syringes. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
real bad.
Agreed. Agreed.
You have to get your fix, and there's no way you're going to get your fix. It's never going to be like that again, because how can you be competing with your girlfriend? I mean, ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It is, Lionel. It is, but this is the addiction side of social media, right? Where
Comes
people
from the gaming. Eh? The gamers are addicted. They'll sit in their diaper for 24 hours playing their game. You know
not
that.
just the gamers, Lionel. Come on, in our
The
sector,
gamers too.
we've
Yeah.
we've seen people eat shit, sleep YouTube, eat shit, sleep YouTube. And that what in we've seen people like that. We've come across people like that. Come on, so it's not just in the gamers more so, I think, because you know I've seen how addictive gaming is to especially the younger sort of like late teenage boys, early 20s, that kind of stuff. It's addictions. And at the end of the day, like all addictions, we have to start realizing that social media is a dangerous addiction. And unless you're able to manage it like you would do, for example, if you drink, yeah, can you have one glass of wine and stop there? Yes, no? Same with YouTube, right?
Same. Yeah. Look,
So
I know I'm not the best. I'm not the best scroller. I hate scrolling to the next thing. That's it's funny. I've become old and cynical in my old age of 25, where I, I just switch off rather. I can't scroll on YouTube, and TikTok is like that. You have to scroll. And that's why I don't go back. You know, when I said that this is my last live on YouTube 2 weeks ago, I thought, well, I can always go back to TikTok and, have some fun. But I cannot. I may as well go and look for crystal meth on the street and mainline it. But to get onto TikTok, it's more difficult. I don't know why. I know how bad it is. It's just slow. And you want to get involved. And it's not real life.
nope.
It's a replica. It's an illusion. It's not real life. But you have to
Right.
get involved because people are saying something and you have to correct them. It's like, oh, Lord have mercy, Lionel, step aside, go away, go outside.
Lionel, I've
You know what I
learned
mean?
that sometimes it's not even worth trying to correct them. Sometimes it's not worth it. You just got to just fucking let it roll. Unfortunately, it is what it
That's
is.
true.
We all want to be able to say, no, this is the truth. This is how it is. This is the reality. But sometimes it's not worth the struggle. Sometimes, like I said, it's just best to step back and know who you are and move forward in real life and ignore the bullshit that goes on social media.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's my opinion.
True. And you're not going
Because
to
I've tried
find the
to
love
fix.
of your life. You're not going to
Oh
find
no,
the love
fuck
of your
that.
life.
No, no, you're not. No, fuck that.
You're going to find people that are nice to you, but they're not the love of your life. Just you got to have all your screws tightened in your head.
Right.
Very, very.
Right,
You have
Lionel.
to
You
have your
do. You
skills
really
up.
do.
But it is fun. It is fun. It is incredible. It is amazing that, I mean, even you and I, we're chatting here. We have something in common. We would never have anything in common before if it wasn't for our social media.
Right.
So it does, there is the good part of social media where we do learn. I mean, even in the last stages of mine and Team Rose's, whatever it was, in the last 2 weeks, I still sent her an email saying, thank you for teaching me because I never knew this shit about people. I
Right.
was ignorant. I've learned a hell of a lot. I don't know how
Ditto.
nasty people can be.
Ditto, Lionel.
I didn't know. Especially when they're behind the shield of the sock, the lost sock, you know?
Yeah. No, I completely
They
agree with
can
you.
really be
It was a
nasty and they
learning
don't
experience for
feel a
me
thing.
too.
Eh?
No, I said I completely agree with you. It was also a learning experience for me. And I think if you know,
Absolutely.
yeah, if you grow by learning harsh lessons, it's you
Yeah.
can turn it around, right? You can turn it around and you can just be wiser moving forward.
Yeah. And
But
remember those mistakes. You remember the mistakes and you never do them again. And you know what? The beauty of real life and online. Although online is a little bit, you know, there's always those trolls that find the Wayback Machine and find that thing that you said to somebody. They're gonna bring it back, yeah. Or they find that thing that you took your clothes off and you smeared shit all over your body, and that comes back to real life. But people forget how angry they were. People forget how upset they were. People forget what they were angry with. Do you know that?
well, like Peggy said in chat, she said, you know, even if those people haven't forgotten, good mods can still keep your chat healthy.
Yes. 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 But mainly people forget the bad. They do forget the bad. If you've got something good to present again, people
Right.
forget, they put it away. I mean, um, I said that even to Team Rose once. She said, and I told this to her before I even knew about the porn. It was before the porn issues happened. And I said, no, well, people will delete you. They will delete you. And the best part of people is they forget. They forgot they deleted you. They forgot why they deleted you. And if you are new and you don't bring up the past and you just steam forward, that's the only way.
Well,
That's
to
the
be
only
quite
way.
honest with you, I think she brought that onto herself with that particular, you know, the PORN, because I knew well before. I kept it to myself. I never said anything about it, and I'm sure a lot of people would have been in the same boat. But she was the one that brought that to the forefront. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah. Just
She
for
was the one that showed it.
creative. Creative. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is the whole thing. If you just leave it, you don't bring it up again, it's gone. It's forgotten. But then if you bring it up over and over and over, then that's called manipulation. That's called MK Ultra. That's called propaganda.
I don't know,
Or
Lionel. I'm honestly starting to think that the woman's not well. The experience that I've had in the field, as you know, I went to uni and I studied it. I would put bets on the fact that she's bipolar, schizophrenic, and she's not taking her meds. That's my guess. That's my
yeah,
guess.
yeah, and that's why I had to withdraw because I was emailing, and then the last email said, oh, "Okay, I thought it was just fun and banter." Because you just kept on emailing this bullshit to me. Me thinking that it's just fun and banter, these are just words, they don't mean anything. No, they mean things. She means what she's saying to me. And that changes everything.
Mm.
And then, all to get me to type the worst words in an email. So I refused. I said, okay,
Right.
goodbye, let's go. I'm not going to type these words that you want. You are leading me into this temptation of saying the worst. And then you don't type it. Once you typed it, then that's set in stone.
Right.
So
Lionel,
okay, fine.
sometimes.
I'm smarter than this. I'm not going to be open myself up to you because you're just going to blurt it out. It's going to be
Right.
everybody's news.
I always say it's healthy not to engage. I didn't engage with her or her madness or her craziness. I still don't engage with her madness and craziness because, in my opinion, it doesn't matter. When somebody's not well, you could turn around and say the sky's blue, and they're like, no, the sky's red, and you know that the sky's fucking blue, but it doesn't matter what you say or how to prove it. The sky will always be red to that crazy person. And I don't even like to use the word crazy, but the person who's not well, you can't fight with madness. You can't win with madness. And I know that you were a good friend to her. I know. But that's why I said to you, I said, I think that you've got a heart that's too big. I think you've given away too many opportunities, and I think that
no, I think of it differently. And even you've heard about Sippy and Doc
yeah,
as well, and even with Sippy and Doc, because this is YouTube, I can't be my normal. I mean, in reality, I have no friends. I've got no friends. So to just cut away these people that are really terrible, they also only trying to instigate or lead you to say the wrong things. They're not your friends, but they'll be friendly to you. But at the same time, they also have lives. They also have misery and problems that they're going through. And because they're a woman, I think I take advantage of that to be more of a gentleman, to email back. And like with Sippy, even if we've had the worst and she's still coming at me, I'm still going to send her a link. Come up. Do you want to chat on YouTube? Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm a hypocrite that way, but I don't have so many friends or people to come up. It's like, I didn't send you the link for this.
No.
You know, I didn't ask you to come up. This happens by chance, and this is what happens a lot with my lives, and however it goes. But I do want to welcome anybody to come up and if they have anything to say. And you, I'm so glad it was you today. But at the same time, even if somebody's dying and I had a fight with them and they hate me, maybe tomorrow, they'll still come up and we'll chat again, before they die. That's the way I think. Sometimes you and I are the only ones on this island right now. That's all we have is you and me. How are we going to deal with it? That's how I think. Tomorrow is a different story.
I understand that, Lionel. I understand that. But sometimes I think that
that's why I wouldn't be able to do what you do. I can't do what you do. You are the best at what you do. Channel, baby. You're the best in the West.
Well, everyone calls me the queen of the panelverse, and it feels weird, people calling me that, but, I can't, that's what people call. We say, oh, here comes the queen of the panelverse. I just, but look, I've learned a lot of things about panelverse and having a panel, which I'm going to be taking with me when I start up. And one of the things that I realized, Lionel, is that when you open the door to your house and say anyone can come in, it's a party, anyone can come in. Unfortunately, with the good people are going to come in the shit people too. So I've realized that I've got to be a bit more guarded about who comes into my house. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. And you know why? Because also at the same time, then the shit comes in, and then you make an example of the shit. And then there's more shit multiplied. Watching you make an example of the shit, and then you go down the fucking drain.
Right. You're right.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't, Lionel. Look, it is a really tricky, careful balance, which, in my opinion, is hard. It's hard to get that balance of, especially when you don't know people. Like, you get new people on your panel, you don't know if that person's good, bad, disruptive, troll. You don't know that, right? So Moving forward, I'm definitely going to be a little bit more selective about who I have on my panel, even though I really enjoy the back and forth of a panel. I think it's fun. I think it's good that people from all around the world can have a conversation, but one has to. I'll definitely be more careful about who I allow out because I have to. I have to. This time
Yeah.
round, I have to protect myself.
Yeah, they have to book, with them like I do with my customers as well. You have to book prior. You don't just rock up at my house, darling. No, you make an appointment.
Yeah, don't rock up.
I mean, on the YouTube streets, I'm like a whore. I'm standing on the street. Or leave my red light on, Roxanne. You don't have to leave your red light on. Oh God!
No, but it is.
It's how it is on the street, yeah, baby.
Well, look,
And we
Lionel.
we make friends too easily. We make friends too easily. We send dick pics and titty pics far too easily.
Right.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous.
It is very dangerous. It is right, and we've both fallen into that trap, right, where we have befriended somebody too quickly, we have trusted them too quickly, and we have, and I've certainly learned from my mistakes moving forward that I guess I applied real life concepts to YouTube, and it doesn't work. YouTube has its own set of rules. It's not real life, and you've got to one's got to understand that whether you have good intentions, ill intentions, or whatever intentions you have, that YouTube is a chess game, and you've got to understand the rules. And I know that we kind of have the same kind of time when we're being live on YouTube. It's just a learning experience. I'm sure all creators go through learning because you don't when you first start out, you don't know the tricks of the game, right? So
I'm still learning. I don't
I'm
know
still learning. I'm
you
still
learn
learning,
as you go along.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're still dealing with real people, and that's why you've got the right gift of the gab with your mouth. You are charming, so that's important. You do have to be loving and charming and welcoming everyone in. And that's where I found you to be fascinating, even though there'll be 100 people watching, you still have the time to say hi on the live and hi in the chat. I mean, you were awesome that way. You were really on top of things. But yeah,
I'm very
you don't have
attentive.
to have 12 people on the panel. You don't have to.
Right. And Mary Jane, I am seeing your comments. I just can't check them on my phone. And yes, I've learnt that, your comment, and I won't be falling for that mistake again because like Lionel said, we do trust too quickly. We do think that
I did that, especially on a vertical live, and there's no chance to put the chat up, so the people are not going to be able to see the chat. So all of a sudden you explode, and people who will watch on replay only see your explosion. They don't see the chat, what was happening, what made you explode. So look, you shouldn't explode. You shouldn't take heed to anything that's said in the chat.
Well, do you know what,
because
Lionel?
the chat
I remember.
will disappear. The chat will disappear, but your words will stay up on the panel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what, Lionel? I noticed while I was live, I noticed I used to occasionally pop and have a look at large creators, right? And they would have thousands of people in their chats, and they would pay no attention to their chat whatsoever, right? And I used to think, well, why are they doing that? It used to be alien to me. But now I understand why huge creators don't engage with the chat. I get it. I understand.
Ignore the riffraff. Yeah.
Ignore the riffraff.
Put
However,
them on the 15 15-second timeout.
Right. But however, moving
However,
forward, I would still like to engage with the chat because I'm not huge, right? Especially when I come back, I'm going for a completely new audience. I'm going to start out slow again, but that's okay because I'm happy to rebuild. For me, it doesn't really make too much difference whether there's 5 people in chat or 100 people in chat. It's about rebuilding, right? And I'm happy to rebuild. I'm happy to rebuild till I'm happy with what I have. That's it.
how many subscribers? I didn't see. What are you on now?
I'm almost on 6,000, I think.
I was thinking you're almost on 6,000. Yeah. Well done. No, well, that's great.
Yeah, but
I've been watching as well. I've been learning and watching the bigger guys. I never watched these bigger guys. And it seems to me that if you like over 250,000, you've got a good income.
right,
Yeah, they've got a good income. 1 million subscribers, you're a millionaire.
right.
Yeah?
Mm.
It's quite incredible.
Oh no, good. Listen, YouTube, you can make your money. I mean, for me personally, that's not what I want to use YouTube for. I've got a job. I'm happy doing my job, and I do not aspire to start earning a living on YouTube. YouTube was always a bit of pocket money on the side. Thank you very much. I was always very grateful to people who contributed, but I never asked people to contribute because it was never my incentive for the channel.
Yeah. Yeah, no, look, the a subscriber is so much more than a super chat.
Right.
To me. A thumbs up is 10 times more than a super chat.
Right.
Somebody that actually comes in and partakes is much more than a super chat. That's what we do it for. Well, personally, for me, I mean, I never thought I would go down this route, but then I thought the only way to get monetized is by going streaming. You have to stream to get the views, to get the hours. You can't get it just making videos. So I had to do it. But it's definitely been a good impact on my life, I think. It has made me grow personally. It's done me well. I've reached milestones and I feel the achievements. I've carped the DM. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
succeeded.
absolutely.
And that does give you a little bit of a boost in your self-esteem. I mean, I would love to have a good paying job today. I don't have a good paying job. I just have a minimal wage that I can get through on. And ultimately, I do want to make money on YouTube, but you can't grift faking. You can grift if you believe it. You know what I mean? If you believe in the grift, then it will be worthwhile. Even if it's
Right.
a stupid grift. Then if you believe, but I can't go into something I don't believe in. That's why I was a bad salesman. I couldn't sell a yacht. My friend sold 5 yachts a month. I sold 1 yacht a month because I didn't have that instinct of going in for the kill. Now,
Right.
give me money. Do you know what I mean? You have to go in. It's like a FinDom, financial domination, like Dusty Springfield is good at doing. And he gets the money.
You're correct. You're indeed correct. Some people were put on this world to be those kind of salespeople, right?
Yeah.
That's not my chosen
I think a
profession.
salesman.
Yeah. That's not my chosen profession, so I'm
Be
not good at it,
more
and that's okay.
hospitality. Be
Hmm. Yeah, I'm
hospitality. We want to
hospitality.
make you
Yeah.
feel comfortable. Yeah.
That's my
We do it
profession,
for free.
hospitality.
We
Hmm?
fucking sluts for free, man.
Right. Right, I'm no saleswoman. I couldn't do a sales job. I am a hospitality manager. Like you said, I make people feel comfortable. I make people feel good about themselves. I bring the hospitality, and I think that very much reflects in the manner in which I ran the channel. It very much
I think
reflected
so.
what I do in real life. You know, like you
You
said, I
gave
would
your
engage.
motherly attitude. You gave us. You were our mama. You were our
I
mother, our queen mother. But it's not. You say queen mothers. Like we didn't think you were old. You were. Uh, what is the word?
nurturing.
You were nurturing, but you filled a spot. You filled a need, and I would never have found you if it wasn't for Team Rose. I hope you know. I would
Yes, I
never
know, I
have looked
know,
for
I
you.
know,
I would
I
never
know.
have watched you. And here we are. So thank you, Team Rose, for doing that. And that's why she hates me today, is because she did the same with Sippy as well. And maybe, I don't know, Lizzo, I draw the strangest people. And that's what I had to go through I don't know, my dark night of the soul, where I said, okay, this is my last life. I can't do this anymore. Because what have I got in common with any of you? You know what I'm saying? I've got fuck all in common. I can only try and act and let's try and entertain you, but I've got nothing in common with an old woman in Mississippi. I've got nothing in common with an old woman in Maine. I've got nothing in common with a middle-aged woman in London. You know what I mean? Or a black man in Korea or a black man in Taiwan. But we are here. And so long as we just stay a little bit uh, politically correct with each other, we can actually grow. You know?
Right,
Hey,
and
Jeffrey.
despite what Team Rose may think or may say, I honestly I don't have any sort of feelings when it comes to her. Nothing, because I realized a long time ago that her craziness, even though she said some hideous things about me, it didn't need to impact me. I could have just ignored it, and that's what I've done. I've ignored her craziness, and whereas some people find it harder to detach themselves when someone's being brutally verbally attacked. Of course your natural instinct is to try to defend yourself, but then you soon realize that by defending you trying to defend yourself, you're just feeding the fire. So I don't have any feelings
And
at
you're
all
offending
towards her.
more people.
Right,
You're creating more stress and conflict with other people
right.
because now their thoughts and judgments come into the matter, and you can lose subscribers and friendships over your beliefs. So because you are defending yourself, it's not even that important. Yeah,
No, it's not, Lionel.
it's
It's
not
not,
that
absolutely
important.
not. I mean, I think the very first time that she did a live and she started saying those gross things about me, I went in there and I tried to defend myself. But then I realized very quickly that why do I need to do this? Why do I need to draw, allow her to have my attention because she says hideous things? you know
Yeah, yeah.
I pay no attention to it whatsoever. I pay no attention to what she's saying. According to her, I've gone over to her house, changed the locks on a shed, stolen her hat, sent her this, sent her that. Let her fucking, yeah, I mean, geez, I'm really impressed with myself the way I can jump on a plane so quick and be back in London on the same day. But whatever, you want to keep doing that, Rose, keep doing it. You have no space in my brain whatsoever, none. And I think when you do that, Lionel, when you stop feeding the fire, because that's what they want that attention, they want you, and they'll make up the most hideous things to try and press that button to hit that spot for you to respond. Well, no thanks. You're good. Say whatever the fuck you need to say. But at the end of the day, you know, there's no substance to it. It's just trolling.
You know, there's a difference between me and you guys. You actually, you came from Dolly, and you started a big channel. I found you with already a big channel, and you were great. With me, I went through a whole process. I wasn't into the YT streets as such. She got me onto Dolly. I was watching a bit of Dolly. I was a member at Dolly in 2019. And it did help me grow the channel. I did. And then Rose lost her channel, and then she came back. I've still got proof of when she had 60 subscribers on Team Rose. On Team Rose, 60 subscribers. She came back. And even though it was, in fact, trolling, I was not thinking I was trolling. I thought I was uplifting and communicating and keeping the streets together and this community. Those who loved Rose, she's coming back. Look, she's back, you know, illuminating the fact that she's here again with no judgment of being good or bad, just that she is there. And I thought that was good enough, but it wasn't good enough. It turned out to look like I'm trolling.
Hey, Jeffrey, I can't chat in chat, Jeffrey. Sorry, I just want to say, Jeffrey, I can't. I'm on my phone. I can't chat in chat. I haven't got it set up where I've got to connect YouTube onto my StreamYard on my phone. I can see you, Jeffrey. Hi, sweetheart. You know, yeah, he says, I'm you, you're me, I've lost track.
You know, we all have a reason to be here. We don't have to find a reason to be here. That's what I've learned. I don't have to go and look for a reason. But at the same time, like I watch Asmongold, like you can watch Hassan. I don't know if you know about Hassan and all these big YouTubers. They all, just like Fox News, trolls CNN, CNN trolls Fox News. We're allowed to make fun of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not trolling as the how can I? It's not trolling that you're a freak, that you spying on someone in their real life and you're a danger to them. No, it's creating a buzz. That's what I think.
Well, no. I mean, what I was.
So my example here is there is Sierra. You know Sierra. Sierra does that to Dolly.
Oh.
Now you don't have a channel that is hating on anyone's channel. Your channel is not what that's about. But it seems like Sierra's channel is hating on Dolly, and it did seem like my channel was gathering haters of Team Rose, but I just thought it was amusing. If you want to put something up on YouTube, it is fair game for anybody to make fun of you. Anybody can make fun of me, and it's not like Team Rose didn't make fun of me. She made fun of me. She slandered me. We can make fun of each other.
Well, yeah,
I mean, if it bleeds, it leads. That's what everybody wants. They want drama. In a way, we've got to have a healthy amount of drama.
Well, no, I think when you put yourself out on social media, you have got to be prepared for criticism as well as, you know, good stuff. One can't be without the other when you're on social media. That's why I told you, that's why I've always ignored Rose with her crazy shit, because it comes with the territory, right? You're always going to get people who take a disliking for you for whatever reason in their brain, and it is what it is. And I think that initially I was naive. Initially, I would definitely say I was naive, because I'd be like, well, why is that person saying that? Why is that person saying this? But then you learn that people say the most grievous of things because they want your attention. That's it.
Wow.
It's that simple.
Yeah. It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
And
for what reason? And for what reason?
well, whatever reason they've got in their brain, one of the things that I noted actually, and it was somebody who said it to me, and it didn't even occur to me, but somebody said to me, when I kind of when it was all kicking off on my channel, Pandora, do you think that maybe some people look at you as a counselor and they get upset where they think that they're entitled to whatever attention they think they need from you. And then when you don't pay it to them, they get upset with you, right? And I didn't even think about that. It didn't even, Pandora. Hang on, dog's barking.
Hey, Pandora. How you
Pandora's
doing, baby?
barking, busy. I didn't even think about that, Lionel. It didn't even occur to me that sometimes people, develop these
You're an
relationships.
influencer. Even though you don't think you're an influencer, you don't have the numbers, but you are an influencer. And it's a heavy responsibility.
Yeah, it's a responsibility. And if you don't have thick skin, which I have definitely acquired, most definitely in the last year, if you don't have thick skin, you just, social media isn't for you. It's as simple as that. I mean,
There's no place for crybabies here. There's no place for crybabies. They'll cry with you today, tomorrow, you have to have a new story.
Mm.
That's how people don't have hearts. It's heartless.
Right.
It's heartless online. And they only go with the crowd. Whatever the crowd's thinking today, they're going to take that way.
Oh,
and
don't I know that?
Terrible.
Don't I know that, Lionel? Don't I know that? But look, like I said, you live and learn. The important thing is that if you grow yourself and you take from a situation, whether it's a good situation or a bad situation, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people think. It's about how you are, what you're doing, and how that impacts your life, your real life, not the pretend one. So for me, the last year's been a learning curve and of self-development, in my opinion. That's what it's been. And you can't stew on bad things that happen on social media because they happen every day, all the time, every second of every day. You just got to learn from it and move forward.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
And if you don't learn from it and move forward, then you just, and you keep making the same mistakes, then that's a reflection on you.
You fester in that swamp. It festers in the swamp and it becomes a fucking virus that starts spreading. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's how disease starts. You need to move on. You need to wash yourself clean and we move on. And it's a new, fresh beginning. And you learn from the past. You can't hold it against the people who were the players that were playing against you because they could be your best friend next time. So people only play the role that they were meant to play in your life at that time, and things change. What I've learned, to end this off now, I'm sure you also have to go. I've learned what bigger bitches men, straight men, married men are than women. The women are tough cookies. The men, oh Lord have mercy, I don't know. They have bigger issues than more issues than the Rolling Stones magazine. Men, but that's why we're here. We're here to entertain the men, aren't we?
So no, I mean, I was always about entertaining both men and women, and I believe that they're equal. Men can be just as bad as women. Women can be just as bad as men. I don't think one particular sex is any more worse than the other. I think there's a lot of sick people on YouTube, Lionel, and amongst the good people, you know. And
Actually, I wanted
sometimes,
to say, I've been inspired and tormented by men and women alike. Yeah, like quite equal. You're quite right.
there's a lot of
Men
sick
and women
people.
disappoint. Men and women disappoint. What can you say? That's how it
Right,
is.
right, Lionel.
And
Right.
I've disappointed people, and I'm sure you've disappointed people. We disappoint. But that's not
Well,
the end of the world.
no, no.
Maybe the beginning.
And like I said, I've learned not to take YouTube so personally and so seriously because it's YouTube, it's not real life. And I think people sometimes make the mistake of taking things too personally. I certainly made that mistake and taking things too seriously. And you've just got to just go mañana, whatever, there is
Yeah.
an off button, or you can change channel. You don't have to listen to what I have to say. If you don't want to listen to what I say, or you don't like me, that's fine. There's millions of other creators that you can go and watch. So at that point, you just think, move on. It's move on to something that makes you happy. Go and watch something that makes you happy. I don't know. I never understood why people hate watch. I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so strange. And then
Right.
they hate watching it. It's only the haters that are watching.
I don't get it. Why would you want to hate watch? I want to watch someone because I enjoy their content, right? I want to, I mean, I don't
Exactly.
really,
Exactly.
yeah. Not because I want to sit there and spew and hate and look what they said here. No, it's like, but there are lots of people that do hate watch and that do engage. And, whatever. People are entitled to do whatever the hell they want. It's a free world, we're all individual people. People enjoy hate watching, then whatever makes you happy, right? Crack on.
I think we've all actually grown a lot watching how Wheels and Wiccan have become such great music producers and
Right.
songwriters. It's incredible. We've all come a long way together in our own individual ways, actually. Little bit by
Yeah.
little bit. Your
We can
community
really
has
come into.
really helped me thrive. I want to thank you.
Oh, thank you, Lionel. Listen, you don't thank me, thank the wonderful people, because on the whole, on the whole, the majority of the community really was incredible. But like I said, when you open the door to everyone, you're going to get a little bit of shit comes in. And when you play with shit, you get covered in shit.
Yeah.
So moving forward, I'm going to be very careful about not playing with shit. So, but on the whole, the community that we all hang around with, Mission, Peggy's in the chat, we all had a really, really, Mary Jane, we all had a really wonderful time in there on the whole. And occasionally things would kick off, occasionally, but on the whole, it was a good vibe channel on the whole.
Yes, definitely, and so sorely missed, and we can't wait to have you back again.
November,
So
my
good to
love,
hear your
and
voice.
if it's okay, Lionel, I would love to invite you. But let me get some time to build it all up again. Give me a bit of time to establish myself again,
No one.
and then I would like to invite you to do one of your tarots, and we can try and promote your channel like that because you are an incredible tarot reader. You deserve recognition, and if I can help in any way more than what you're getting now, I want to do that because you are. You get so many bullshit tarot readers, but you've got a gift, and it's definitely worth recognizing. People need to recognize that your gift.
Thank you so much. You were the one that proved it to me with that live that I actually can do it by myself, and
Yes.
that's what I should do. And you confirmed it again, and
Yes.
even my subscribers confirmed it with me by actually giving me tips by enjoying that is in actual fact that what they want. At first I thought, well, they're not all subscribers to tarot, this is new to them. But, it's like I've said before, you just pull a card and it's like pulling up cards anywhere. It doesn't have to be tarot cards. These are just scripts that you read. It's like a story. It's like a storybook, and people actually do enjoy it. So thank you for that. And yeah, look, I'm not a panel whore. I get too nervous. I like one-on-one like this, and yeah, not nervous. I also get jealous. So I don't want you to be speaking to some other man for 5 hours that I must sit there and watch you speaking to them. I'm very jealous.
No, but I think going forward,
I want to
Lionel,
be the only one.
you want to be the only one. Going forward, seriously, and thank you, Peggy. I've missed you too, darling. But going forward, I would say to you, go and check out the large tarot reading channels. Go and see how they present their lives, and I think that that is your niche. And I think that you need to find that niche, and you're going to be huge because your talent's being wasted right now.
Thank you
That
for being the first time for somebody to tell me that. I appreciate you. Thank you, my queen. Thank you. I needed the direction. I just needed to hear that. I needed to hear it. And in a way, I did hear it through the back channel. It's like, Lionel's just a drunk and he's just not trying. It's like, no, I need you to tell me you want me to go live and do tarot.
I want you to go live and do tarot.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Right. There you go. Right. On that note, Lionel, it's been an absolute pleasure just to have this little chit chat with you this afternoon. It's felt good. So thank you, my love, for having me
You're
up on
very welcome. We are so blessed to have your voice here. We are so blessed to have you here. And I want to pray good luck and great shooting for the stars for your channel.
Thank you,
even
Lionel.
more, so that it actually can be something substantial for you to actually get your pension and live like a proper mensch, as the Jewish say.
We'll see. But thank you to the
you
people in chat as well.
You are incredible. You are incredible, and you are mightily loved across this planet. On the YouTube
thank you.
We love you.
Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you for having me. And thank you for the beautiful people in chat as well who, people, Peggy, Mary J. Doe, and Jeffrey, that have been in chat. And just to say thank you. Sometimes it's so nice just to have those words of those kind words. And thank you, Lionel.
Yeah.
And when I'm back, I'm going to invite you to do a live tarot dedicated purely to you, but just let me get my numbers back up to 100 or so in chat.
We do a Christmas special, maybe. We do a Christmas special.
Yeah.
For the New Year. The New Year. There's also the New Year.
Ooh, now let's do a Christmas or a New Year special because then people want to know.
Brilliant. I can't wait now. I just excited myself. Excellent.
All right. We'll do that. We'll definitely do that. And thank you, Lionel, for having me up, and have a great evening. And I'll speak to you soon, my love.
Thank you too. Go well. Thank you so much, Mel.
All right then. Cheerio. Cheerio.
But you've been here. Wow, what a surprise. Hey, aren't you so lucky? We love
all right,
you,
my love. Thank you, Peggy. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.
Week ahead. We love you.
Okay, you too, my love.
Bye-bye.
Bye, my love.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Oh, isn't that so beautiful? I feel so good now. Let me turn this around. I also want to just say goodbye. I'm not trying to stay far too long. Thank you very much for joining me. I want you to know that life does get tougher, but we get smarter. And if we try a little bit harder every day, it does get better. And there's more love to go around. And love is not the kindest thing. It's tough. It's hard. It's strong. but it's true. And that's how you know it's important for you to be here. And I thank you for joining us. Hit me the thumbs up, because I know you care. If you want to share this video far and wide. Jeffrey, it's so good to see you here. Tell you what, Lionel, if I was so kind, you are handsome, Stefan. Okay. There we go. The love all around. Ciao for now, guys. I'm supposed to go be cooking. I'm going to go. What's cooking? Good looking? Cheers for now. Solani Gakle, Hambani Gakle. Life gets tougher, but we get smarter, and if we try a little bit harder every single day, it does get better indeed. Ciao. Tschüss. Shalom. Salam alaikum. Ik liebe dich. Siyabonga. Ria bonga. Giyabonga. Hambagakle. Salagakle. Tschüss. Sayonara. Au revoir. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you, MJD, for always being there for me. I really appreciate all of you. You make everything work. Until next time. Maybe later if I feel like it. Later, Gators. Sun Banani, baby.